Namaste. My name is Lauren. I'm from the United States. I live in California, and I've been here in New Delhi, India for the last month. This is my second to last day, and I just wanted to share a little bit of my experience here. Before I came, I was quite nervous. I actually cried to my mom and said I didn't know if I could do it. A month was too long, India seemed too scary, all this, but I've been wanting to do this trip for about 5 years now. I've always wanted to come and volunteer in a country and help other people, and I found Volunteering India's website and the opportunity to work with women here in New Delhi, and that just really spoke to me and my interests, and I felt really excited about the opportunity to come here even though I was nervous. I did feel better before I arrived. I sent an email to my coordinators at Volunteering India to make sure they knew I was arriving, even though of course they knew that. We'd been organizing it for months, and they responded right away and said, "We know you're coming, we're so excited, and we'll pick you up at the airport. If you need anything, here's 7 numbers that you can call." So I felt much better after that, and I felt like I was going into a secure space. And sure enough, right when I got to the airport, Dheeraj, one of the coordinators for Volunteering India, was right there with a clear sign ready to pick me up. I didn't have any worries at all, and he safely transported me to my housing placement in New Delhi. So after that, I walked in, and before I came, I didn't know if there was going to be any other volunteers at the placement or if I was going to be all by myself, which was part of the reason that I was so nervous about coming. I thought I was going to be stranded in the middle of a foreign country where I didn't speak the language at all, with nobody to talk to, and that was so not the case. I walked in and there was, I think, 5 or 6 volunteers already at my housing development, all from different countries and all very nice. And I was immediately introduced to Shankar and Ramesh, who are the 2 coordinators that live in our house and help us. They hang out with us and give us recommendations if we need any for getting around the city or where to pick up groceries, and they help make us food and clean the house, all this sort of thing. So it was a really fun first experience, and once again I felt instantly at ease and much better than I did before I arrived, and I realized that I didn't need to worry as much as I had. So after I'd hung out at my placement and met the new volunteers, it was pretty much dinner time at that point. And Ramesh is wonderful. He makes us dinner every single night, and he's so cute. He's 20 years old, and his food is so yummy. Dinner is my favorite. Breakfast is made of porridge, toast, jam, and usually some fruit, which is very yummy. But dinner is my absolute favorite. It's always so good and different. So eating's good, the accommodation is good, they keep it really clean, and they make sure that if you need anything or you have any requests that they're taken care of. They're really good about talking to you if you have any concerns, because they want to make sure that you're happy and comfortable and that your needs are met, whatever those may be, because they know that there's people coming from all different countries, all different backgrounds, and they just want to make sure that everyone feels good about being in India, because they know this is not everyone's hometown. So that's really awesome. And again, speaking to some of my worries before I came, I was nervous about coming to India. Of course, as a woman, you hear on the news and in books and all this stuff about how dangerous it is and how it's so scary. And of course those things exist here, but I have felt completely safe and secure the entire time that I've been here. All of the coordinators in Volunteering India are so good about making sure that you're taken care of and safe. I've gone on 3 separate weekend trips through the organization which have all been really wonderful. They make sure that you get to your departure area safely. They usually drive you there themselves or organize a ride for you. Then they give you a full itinerary of everything you're going to be doing, who you can call if anything goes wrong. And throughout every weekend trip I had, they were calling, not excessively, but often, to make sure that you were okay, that you were where you were supposed to be, did you need anything, how was the hotel, all this sort of thing. And of course, when you're traveling, stuff comes up. People aren't always, you know, exactly where they're supposed to be when they are. Your bus is late, the train, you know, isn't right on time, whatever it may be, and they're always just a phone call away if you need anything, because that stuff does come up. But I've had zero scary instances, and I've always gotten to my destinations safe and sound, and I've had a really nice time on my weekend trips. I was able to go to Manali, which is a little mountain town, which is absolutely beautiful. And also I got to go trekking in the Himalayas and stay in really nice hotels and eat really yummy food. And it's fun too, because you get to meet even more volunteers and people through the organization who are from all over the world. So it's kind of like an added bonus besides the opportunity to come here, experience India, and volunteer as well. I also went to Jaipur and Agra to see the Taj Mahal, and we got to ride elephants, which was really fun. And again, there's always little added bonuses along the way. It's fun to get to talk to the tour guides on these weekend trips and find out about their lives and their experiences here in India. So I've really enjoyed my time here, and I'm very sad to go. Besides my weekend trips and the accommodation and the coordinators and all of that stuff, of course, my reason for coming here was to come and volunteer. And for me personally, I chose to do the Women's Empowerment Program, but I've heard wonderful things about all the other programs as well. And it's really been a great treat to get to go and experience the lives of women in India, and talk to them and hear about the things that they go through and experience, and kind of see on a face-to-face basis the sort of struggles that they go through. And you know, it's really nice and rewarding to be able to sit and talk to somebody whose life is just so different than yours and be able to contribute to it, even if it's in a small way. And I know one of my thoughts before I came here was, how much difference can I really make in a couple of weeks while I'm here? And I think that I've experienced that, of course, you're not going to change the world in a 3-week span or a 4-week span, but you can still touch someone's heart, and you can still make a difference and still come home with a warm feeling in your heart just from having a conversation with somebody and making sure that they feel understood, or sharing something about your hometown. Because not only are you growing as a person, but they are as well, and learning more about the world and the way it works and how it's run and all of that sort of thing. So I've really had a wonderful experience here in India, and volunteering India has been so good, and I've really truly felt so safe while I've been here, which has been such a blessing, because like I said, I was so nervous at first that, you know, I was diving into some really scary, dangerous situation that I shouldn't be in. And I've actually left feeling kind of like I have family members here and also all over the world. I have had so many connections with other volunteers and the coordinators, and of course the girls that we work with in the Women's Center, and I've learned so much from all of them, and I just feel so blessed to have had this opportunity. So thank you.